So I had planned to do a series of kind of introductory videos to my dolls, and I was going to do 4 at a time, but I don't have stands, and I had a lot of anxiety just getting these 2 girls out, so I thought, I'm just going to do 2 at a time. So these are, I'm going to start with my Peakswoods dolls. Peakswoods is my favorite company. They do a lot of things very well. First of all, they have vampires, lots of vampires. Big deal for me. And then they have fantasy colored resin, and they have really beautiful sculpts. They're very soft, they're very artistic, but they're also kind of sassy, and I like that about them. Turn the light on so you can see her eyes there. Yeah. So they're my favorite mainstream company. They have really fabulous resin. They have fantasy colors. They have long layaways. They're super easy to deal with. I love them. So they are definitely at the top of my company list. So these 2 are my first 2 Peakswoods. This is my very first girl. There was a order period for her from November 2011 to December 2011. I got her then. I had her on layaway for like a year and a half. Back then they didn't have like a structure. It was more of a pay whatever you want to, and then when you're done, you're done. I bought her right before I moved, which was probably like not my best idea ever. I love white skin, and I really love this white skin. It's not paper white, which is normally what I like, but it's a beautiful, still very light, still very ethereal white, and it's just beautiful. This body's beautiful. This is the old body, and I honestly prefer it. It's a little bit shorter. 58 to 60 centimeters is my perfect size doll, so I kind of like the smaller one. But I like this body better. I'm not going to take their clothes off and show you the bodies because getting them dressed makes me want to cry, quite frankly. So they're just going to be the way they are. But this is a really pretty body. She actually stood in the case like naked for quite a while. Part of that's because this body was hard for me to find clothes for. This outfit is from Hazel's Doll Boutique on Etsy. She's actually closed right now, but I'll put a link. It was a custom outfit, and I liked that it's a little big. I thought that was really cute, but I kind of think now that it may have been because she thought she was on the Lolita body, which is this one, because she told me, oh no, because when I bought this girl, I thought, she looks bigger. Like I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And I asked Hazel at Hazel's Doll Boutique if that was true, and she said, oh no, I have her, it's the same size. So I think this outfit was made on this scale, but it's very pretty. It's missing the choker because unfortunately her chokers, you have to take the heads off to put them on, and I hate that so much. So someday I will put it on, but not now. She has the company face up. That's another thing about Peakswoods. I think they have the best company face ups. This is their old style, which is a little under dramatic for me, but I still like well enough to keep. Her eyes were made by a gal on Facebook who I've completely forgotten. She was like a non-professional eye maker. She just made a couple batches of eyes and sold them. The wig is a Peakswoods wig. Normally I don't do blonde, but I do keep my sculpt's name. So her name is Goldie. So I thought, well, the gold wig would probably be okay. I feel like she's pretty much done. I'd like to get her some shoes. I got these tights from Fairy Doll Atelier, which was really, really popular when I bought them. And she's one of the few Etsy experiences where I kind of got screwed. I got all my money back, but I had commissioned a dress from her for my wonderfully or wickedly tall or something Monster High doll that I got from Angelic Doll Customs. And I never got the dress. And she kept saying she was sending it. Finally, I had to open up a dispute. And then she sent me a package in the mail that had like 6 pairs of tights in it, because I'd ordered these tights too, but no dress. And she said, oh, I forgot. And then I was kind of done by that point, because it had been a really long time. And Etsy's really nice, and they refunded me my money. But I had really just wanted the dress, so I was kind of bummed out about that. But that's my first Peakswoods girl. That's Vampire Goldie from 2011. And I just really love her. She's such a pretty doll. She just needs shoes and her manicure done, and then I would consider her finished, and for me to get off my butt and yank her head off for like a second, put on her choker. So this is Peakswoods Tristan. She was a special, what they called like a moonlight gray. She was there was two. There was the vampire Tristan in the gray, and then there was the elf in, I think, the white skin. And she was a really beautiful full set that I'm really bummed out I missed. I got her secondhand on DOA, excuse me, in 2018 from Pico 8059, who was really good to deal with. So if you see her on DOA, feel free to work with her. She was awesome. She let me put her on layaway. I believe this sculpt came out though in 2016, I want to say. Her face up, her tattoo, her hands were all done by Sugar and Moose. I really like it. It was part of the reason I bought her. The eyes came with her and they're random. She doesn't remember where she got them. The wig is the same, and the wig bugs me because it does that stupid gapping thing around the head, so it's obvious it's a wig. But I feel like if I put my mind to it, I could probably fix that. So I'm not sure. I always say, oh, she's going to get a custom wig someday, but then I'm like, why don't you just fix her wig? And because I think the wig suits her. It's really like, oh, that's my finger. I'm trying to get around there. It's really long and pretty and is kind of layered. So it's a pretty wig. I just don't like the side of the head thing. And then her outfit is also from Hazel's boutique on Etsy. She's also not wearing her choker because of the head coming off thing. I think I wouldn't put shoes on her, I don't think. I'd like to maybe get her pedicure done. But that's about it. It's kind of the nice thing about collecting non-human dolls is they don't have to have shoes. Like I could put shoes on them, but they don't have to have them. So anyway, so that's my first, excuse me, of my Dolly introduction videos. I really had planned to do all the Peakswoods at one time, but I don't really have a whole lot of room on my dresser, which is where I have them, and I don't have enough stands, so I'm actually like in fear that these two girls are going to topple over at any minute. So I think I'll just do like 2 at a time, and it kind of keeps the video shorter. But as far as Peakswoods goes, like I can't recommend them enough. I have nothing bad to say about them. I've never had a bad experience. I want to get their Vampire Red and their Pink Punch color next. Normally, if they have an ordering period, I have a doll on layaway. But they did Dark Elves this time, which they did the FOBs, which is their MSD size first. And they were really pretty. They had these really pretty face-ups for the event. They were vampires. Really neat. And then, so I asked them, I said, are you going to do the SDs too? And they were like, oh yeah, but they didn't do the SDs as vampires. And they didn't, it was kind of all about boys and not so much about the girls. So I didn't get a doll that ordering period. But I will probably get one for sure my next ordering period. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Hope everything's going good for you, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.